You are welcome to this channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and also to subscribe. In the news, Muric accuses Khan of betraying Tinubu over U.S. Christian genocide allegation. The Muslim Rights Commission Muric has accused the Christian Association of Nigeria Khan of betraying President Bola Ahmed Tinubu despite what he described as his generous consideration for Christians in federal appointments. This comes after former US President Donald Trump reportedly placed Nigeria back on the list of countries of particular concern over alleged genocide against Christians. In a statement by its founder and executive director, Professor Isiaka Akintola, Muri criticized some Christian leaders for allegedly petitioning the US government about religious killings in Nigeria. Despite vehement denial of Christian genocide by the Nigerian government, US President Donald Trump yesterday redesigned Nigeria as a country of particular concern, Akintola said. The group dismissed the US decision as misplaced and distorted, insisting that the situation in Nigeria has been misrepresented. This redesignation is blurred, misplaced, and distorted. It is a complete misrepresentation of the true picture on ground in Nigeria, Muric said. According to the organization, certain Christian leaders were responsible for Nigeria's negative image abroad. Akintola accused Khan of amplifying claims that Christians were being targeted rather than correcting the false and misleading narratives. It will be recalled that some Christian leaders had written frivolous petitions to the US Congress claiming that Christians were the only ones being killed by terrorists in Nigeria. Instead of debunking this, Khan simply amplified it, he said. Muric expressed disappointment in Khan's response, saying it expected the Christian body to act with greater responsibility given its national influence. We are nonplussed by the actions of these Christian leaders, especially Khan, which is expected to know better, the group said. Akintola further argued that President Tinubu has shown goodwill to Christians through key appointments and other benefits, noting that over 60% of the appointments reportedly went to Christians. Khan's action is a stab in the back, considering President Tinubu's preference for Christians in appointments, favors, and privileges over and above his Muslim brethren, Muric stated. The president himself confirmed that 62% of all appointments went to Christians. The First Lady, Senator Remi Tinubu, was even more generous to them than Father Christmas. The group described the alleged petition to the US as the mother of all betrayals, accusing those behind them of disloyalty to the president and the nation. President Tinubu does not deserve this, Muric said, adding that while the US may have its own political motives, some Nigerians were responsible for feeding misleading information to American authorities. The issue of Christian genocide in Nigeria is a sensitive one, and it's difficult for anyone to take side, because if something doesn't really happen close to you or to you, you might not really understand the effect of the matter, and to a large extent your judgment of the matter might be biased. But be it as it may, there are certain truths that we cannot run away from as a nation, that there is terrorism in this country. There is, a lot of, security threats all over the place. Yes, some area seems to be safer than some. At least the southern part of the country is much more safer than the northern parts. And even in the north, too, some regions are a little bit, without problem. But be it as it may, whether the place is safe or is not safe, we can't rule out the fact that we have security breach in this country. is a national problem that requires a national state of emergency, urgency. And I think it's as a result of that that the president recently changed the service chiefs of the federation even in weeks gone by. I think in a week or two ago, and to some extent we're expecting better changes. But then for those who have been affected by the action of these non-state actors, you don't expect them to keep quiet. These people have families. They have become, without families. Those who have fathers have become without fathers. Those who have mothers have become without mothers. Some husbands are now widowers. Some wives are now widows. And you expect such people to now sit down and not say anything. Look at the emotional breakdown. Look at the, life lost. You look at, the effect on their lives and the family as a whole. So it's a very sensitive issue. Now, for Muric to now come out and begin to blame Khan on the matter, well, me, I don't want to join issue with either Muric or Khan. But what is much more important is that we can't rule out killings in this country. Yes, whether it is now, Christian or Muslim, that's not the issue. The issue is that there is security problem and it should be removed. There is terrorism, it should be taken away. Boko Haram is threatening and they need to be removed. That's the truth. There are so many issues of cattle rustlers, Fulani men are killing others in code, as they would normally call them. We need to work on it and remove the matter and nip it in the bud. It's cause for an emergency now, not coming to trade words, not speaking political statement, not trying to remember the president that he appointed some people more than some people. Whether they are Christians, they are Nigerians. And the constitution recognizes Nigeria as a secular state where everybody can practice his or her own religion. But when it comes to coming to the center, it does not hold water. But it's a pity too that our people in this country love to divide us along that line, and it is a devilish action. That's just the reality. So whether the president is appointing some people, he does it. I didn't know Nigerians. Why should we pinpoint that some certain religious dissent are more than some certain religious dissent? It's not supposed to be. The reality is that Nigerians should work hard to stem the tide of insecurity and chase these so-called terrorists away from our national territory so that there can be peace. All these America are giving us name or putting us to country for concern and all those things. That's America's problem. It's not our issue. But if we are put our hearts are right and do the right thing within our family, someone from outside will not come and be making, pointing accusing fingers and asking us, to do the correction, by ourselves. We need to do the needful. Nigeria will be blessed. Don't forget to like and share and also to subscribe to our channel.